Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another live edition of Cicale's Corner, Unfiltered, Mafia Roundtable, Crooked Hat, Domminickcicale. Hope everybody's having a great day. Folks, much love and respect to everybody. Thank you, Cynthia. Let's see, do we have Francisco in German on as well? Let's see, my peeps. We got Francisco. Where's the German? Where's the German? Too much EG German. We're going to start off with Old Faithful, Timothy O'Reilly. Thank you for the contributions. Always Lit Cigars, 3 Capo Cigars. Thank you. Go to alwayslitcigars.com. Order it today. It's in the description below, folks. Make it easy for everybody. Today's show, we're going to have some good insight about everything. And also, I got a lot of questions from last night's show, so I'm going to talk about that. By the way, All-Star, you got the hat. Oh, what? I forgot one that you have to put up. Oh, my Lord, I forgot. Oh, is Dom going to come on time? Is Dom going to arrive on time? So I was a minute late, 1 minute late. I had my peeps waiting for a minute. And thank you, folks, for the likes. I see, damn, only 66 people on, and we got 20 likes already. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Joey wants to bet on the tracksuit. You know what, All-Star? I'm going to have the only photo, surveillance photo that they have of me is that burgundy tracksuit. So we'll get that situated too. I'll get that on. But all bets, hats, 4-1. Yes, I had a hat on. So no hoodie. We still got my gym clothes. I'm going back to the gym. So just a busy day getting everything together, doing my thing. So I'll go through a list. All-Star, good to see you. Anthony Michael, hello. Anthony Michael says, Dom with a hat. You got it. You hit it. Dom, looking forward to another great live. And yes, hit the like button. Here with Anthony, people, hit that like button. I'm just saying me and my pet. It's easier. What's up, Dom? What's up to you as well? Hope everything's well with you and your wife. See you soon. Absolutely. Cynthia, my girl. What's up? Shay. Big day on Cicale's Corner. Morning, Cynthia, Francisco, and Germinator. I don't see the Germinator. Shay says the Germinator is a sophisticated mafia robot sent through time to change the future for a lucky listener. Oh, we got a lot of jokes today, I see. That's what I like. Dominic says, good afternoon, all. Had a great morning with my father-in-law, playing a few holes. Nice. Congratulations. It makes me feel good being around older folks. Yeah, because it shows how you can take advantage of them, especially on a golf course. No, not necessarily. But yeah, it does. So, who else we have? Johnny, good to see you. Hello, getting ready. Head to AV. Okay. You meant AC. I know, for my birthday weekend. Well, Johnny, happy birthday. Wish you the best. 7. Bet on roulette 7 black. If there is a 7 black or 7 red, bet on the 7. So let's see. Good evening, Cicale family. Half hour till the show. Let's go. Shay was already in. Roll the bones. Good to see you. Thank you for coming on. Johnny, All-Star, John. In car talk later. Hope to make it back in time. Live, stuck in about 25 minutes near a zone. Yeah, traffic is a mofo, especially Friday. What else we have? Dominic says, if you're new, set that notification so you won't miss an episode of Mafia Roundtable. You are in no position to go into unknown, not knowing. Like and subscribe. You heard him. Hit that like button, folks. Hit the like button. Let's go. Let's get this party started. You know, I have some more. E.G. Vaca. What's up, Dom? Hey, William, what's up? Good to see you. Pasta, good to see you as well. Matt, Ryan, Jeff. Thank you. Kevin, what's up? Richie T. So, folks, I'm going to go into reading some of the comments from last night because what drew my attention, I got an alert from somebody who keeps on bantering with me. And I'm going to give everybody my opinion. And that's it. I'm entitled. It's my show. We have David says, I have to admit the shows are getting better now. It isn't whining about Joey for 60 minutes. Oh, we're coming back with the Joey stuff. Don't worry. So we have also, this is from Anthony Robbins 9778. 4 hours ago, he wrote, can you please be more honest about Mikey Knows? I don't know how much more honest you want me to be. The guy's a piece of shit. Total piece of shit, piece of garbage. Vinny trusted Michael. Listen, if Vinny trusted Michael, why did Vinny green light for me to kill Michael? Answer that. If Vinny trusted Michael, no. Vinny had nobody to pick. Vinny couldn't choose me because everybody would have said favoritism. That's why Vinny did not put me in the position of an official captain. Joe Messino did. And to make matters worse, it was and Vinny had Michael. That was it. That was the only guy in the Bronx that he had faith in. So that would listen to him, follow him. He wanted to keep the power close, just as the Genovese does, just as all the other families do. They keep it close. If the boss is in Queens, everybody's around Queens. If the boss is in Brooklyn, same thing. Same thing. You keep the power close to your vest. So it's not that he trusted him. It's he could manipulate him, rule him, tell him what to do. Michael, follows orders. So he goes on to say, because Michael, he's a real gangster, which is why he made him underboss. Number one, he was acting underboss. And Mike has been boss for 20 years. Close to it now. Close, but no, not 20 years. I think 2014. So it's 10 years, 10, 11 years. He was acting boss prior, but that is correct, from 2005. He wouldn't be boss in the first place, much less 20 years, if no one liked him or respected him. No, what you have this day and age, a bunch of soft mobsters out there. It's not what it once was. I could tell you this for a fact. Bruno didn't like him. Bruno didn't like him at all. Bruno called him a punk, a washwoman. And Bruno didn't even act on Joe Messino, who killed his father. So and I love Bruno. I'm just calling it the way I see it. So nobody's willing to go to jail. So they rather have a buffoon in charge and do it. And what bothers me most of all with this comment, and I'm going to finish reading it. If no one liked to respect him, also, even you confirmed the shooting at Josie's house in the last few years, which is more gangster than what other bosses are doing as far as violence nowadays. You have to be, Anthony Robbins, you're the biggest moron on this planet to say that. Shooting at a house? This is a boss of a crime family. You're going to shoot at a house, look to hit a wife, an innocent kid, a grandmother, an aunt, an uncle? Are you kidding me with that comment? You are a moron, a total moron for saying that. Wow, shooting at a house. That's gutsy. You are an idiot. Also, Joe Messino wouldn't have made him in the 90s. Listen, Joe Messino didn't know jack shit of people in the Bronx. And that's just the way it is. It was Patty DiFilippo's recommendation, and you put the guys in to build a crime family. That's all it is, to give strength. So all that, it's all BS. In the 90s, if he was just a clown and a hated punk. Also, he wouldn't have survived prison time if he was a punk. Number one, obviously, you never did prison time before. He got smacked in prison. He got smacked and didn't do anything. They're not going to kill you. What do you want? Go. 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 I got people bothering me. I have a glass door on the back of my studio. So anyway, yeah, so all that's you're totally inaccurate. So, good try though. Good try. That's all I have to say. We have 88 Napolitano. New viewer here, Dom. Love your show. Keep up the good work, brother. God bless, from Youngstown, Ohio. Thank you so much. That is greatly appreciated. We have David 666. God forbid. Dom, I have never been part of the Life or Associated, but I must be beyond hard to greet someone who whacked my dad. I think it would be the end of me because I would have to get revenge. And that's just the way it is, folks. I agree with you 1,000%. But this is the boss. Again, this is the guy that, what's his name? Anthony Robbins says is a good guy. Michael, with all the respect, he didn't have the decency. He says hello to his father's killer. Dorian, thank you for the contribution. It's greatly appreciated. Any memories of visiting Baltimore? That's my home. Yeah, I was up there about 2 years ago. My wife's son lives in Baltimore, so I was up there. But thank you for the contribution. It's greatly appreciated. What else do we have? We have Fangs 777. Fangs, I have my email in the description, so email me, please. Here's what Fangs have to say. Dom, I grew up with Frankie DeSimone and was his partner in a lot of things. Not sure if you know, he was clipped in 2007 in a hit outside his apartment in Hackensack, New Jersey, waiting for the garage door to open, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They got the guy. He was caught in traffic on the George Washington Bridge. I think the guy just got out after doing 15 years. I know why, if you want to know. I miss him and think about him every day. Frankie was a character, that's for sure. He was a character's character. And to do jail time with him, there's sometimes I want to grab him by the neck because he's a ball breaker, but really, really good guy. He will be missed. My condolences to the DeSimone family with that, even though it's many, many years later. And that's sad. That's really sad. So Fangs, definitely hit me up. My email's in the description. I would definitely love to know the reason, maybe even do a story on it. We have BT Larkin. Great video, Dom. Love hearing about the paradox of how different families and people interact over time. More Jack Falcone stuff. There is some of us out here that do not know much about it. Okay, thank you. I will go into more details at later dates about it. But Jack Falcone was an FBI agent, actually Cuban, which is another guy said Cuban, and he told the same story about the Winchester Mall, where Mark Vaccaro, who I did grow up with, good basketball player, athletic too, football, everything. But Mark beat the guy with a candle holder in the store. So I think it was in Macy's or Neiman Marcus, one of those stores. How many sons did Vincent Gigante have? I have no clue. That I don't know. Big Dom, that was good video. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Victor Green. Why the hat if you have hair plugs? Number one, they're not hair plugs. They are grafts. Grafts. Got it? Grafts. Just wearing the hat. See, I have a hat day. That's it. Just having a hat. That's all. Just like my hats. So I'm not going out. And then we have another comment from Radio Australia. You don't need a hat. Your hair looks good. That being honest. Thank you. Thank you. It's just, no, I keep the hat on. It was at the gym. It was just a lazy day. Mr. Bobby, Funzy would come in for lunch with his son Eddie and Louie almost every day. Great people. Love them. Dom, suggestion. When you hit 100K subs, you should throw a party and you supply EG and cigars. Then everyone can pay for entry to cover dinner. You know why? I just might do that. Just might do that. Another showstopper, Dom. The man never disappoints, keeps it real, funny, charismatic, perfect podcast. Well, thank you. What's that? Poet Note 2829. Hector RJ 1979. These shows are awesome. You never know where Tom is headed. I don't even know where the hell I'm headed half the times. Cynthia better not be Maddie because I grew up. I'm gonna cry. Marry Cynthia. Oh, well, no, but Cynthia's not Maddie, and I know that for a fact because Maddie was just bothering me through that window. So, Dom, remember baby Dom? I don't know baby Dom unless you're talking about my son. Oh, here we go. Here is Paymaster64. He writes, maybe now he said, because at first he said it wasn't Andrew Gigante up there who owned Trotters. He did own Trotters. Don't tell me he owned Trotters. Maybe Andrew Gigante was there. No, he wasn't only there. He owned the place. He came out of the kitchen. But that wasn't his restaurant. Oh, yes, it was. I'm sure that ain't how it went down. And you're telling a whole story, right? I mean, what kind of shit is that? You'll really pull up on Vincent Gigante's son with bad intentions, and then you always talk about how Vinny was all about the life. Listen, ask Anthony Donato, because and I'm almost positive Anthony Donato was there. Anthony Donato's on the streets. Jimmy McManus, ask him. Ask a guy called Peter Serpico, who's a legitimate guy, because I went with him with the construction guys. I'm like, oh shit, this was afterwards. And I told him what happened. I don't have to embellish. I don't have to make stories. And why should I be scared of what's his name? The Chin. Why do we have to be scared? I got a gun. I got people behind me. You're in the mafia. When you gangster, you ain't afraid. John Gotti wasn't afraid to clip Paul Castellano. Joe Messina wasn't afraid to clip 3 captains in one night. So you don't even know what you're talking about. Vinny was never afraid of anybody. Frank Santoro was around. I think Patty Falsetti. And Vinny put him down. Didn't even give Patty Falsetti the respect to sit down and have a talk with him. It was either Patty Falsetti or I think Donnie. I never met Donnie, but I think he was a friend with the Genovese. Yet we put him down. He didn't give a shit. We're rolling. You cross that line, we're taking you. That's it. And even Quiet Dom's son cracked the shit out of him. And then, you'll hear what happened later on. And that's it. It's just the way it is. I don't fear them. They could die. They could get killed just the way I could get killed. So all that big, tough Tony talk. And obviously, Payman 64, you have no clue. You're probably Michael Knows, little bitch boy. So I don't like that. This is about the 3rd time you're questioning me. Now all of a sudden, your first response was it's not Andrew Gigante. Or now all of a sudden you change your mind. It was Andrew Gigante. Make up your mind. You're flip-flopping like a damn flounder. The Mako 990. Remember Ace Long? Arms, big hands, weird shape. No, I didn't see Ace having long arms. He had heavy hands. Thick hands. Do you think he was that strong? I remember him as a kid and knew his future. Ace was strong for his size. He wasn't overly powerful, but he'd fight. He'd go. I would definitely, and I had him on my side many a times. He was strong. He's strong. He's putting up, I think, 315, 365 on the bench, but he's strong. He would go. Fearless. And I read that fearless every time, anytime. No, he was a strong guy. So with that, I just had to get those out of the way. And that was the one that was bothering me from that Paymaster, whatever he is. So So today we'll talk about the mafias, today's mafia, and the powers that be. Today's mafia, I feel, from what I know, other than I'm going to leave the Genovese crime family out there, out of this equation, and give a little bit more props to the Gambinos. It seems like they restructured, they pulled away. But today's mafia is definitely soft. It's not what it once was. And I don't blame them with all the surveillance and everything, but I do blame when there are infractions, they definitely need to be handled. And it clearly shows, even with, I think, one of the hits with the Michael Melnick hit. That's Matty Madonna's MO. Matty Madonna was always a blowhard, big mouth, stand-up guy. Don't get me wrong, stand-up guy will do his jail time, that's for sure. But big mouth, loud mouth. And he never pulled the trigger on anybody, that's for sure. And I go back to him in the day when he had Sally Larker Sr. shot in the candy store by a black guy. Matty calls on black people to do his dirty work. He doesn't do it himself. And to me, folks, that's a sign of weakness. He never even pulled the trigger himself. But, you know, it's just, it's not, and the powers that be, again, we'll go to Michael Knowles. Look at Joey Molino. That's another one. Power that be on social media. Opening up his legs on social media. That's all it is. Michael has no clue what he's doing. And some of these viewers, like the comment I just read, Michael's still gangster. He shot up a house. You shoot up a house looking to kill innocent people in a house, and you're after a crime guy. It's just despicable. That's despicable. It shows he doesn't know the life. To have somebody assaulted at their father-in-law's funeral, doesn't know the life. I think the Colombos are in disarray. Lucchese's, who knows where they're at with their administration and everybody running things. But, and what's happening, folks, the smart families, I'd say the Genovese, they're underground. They don't want to be bothered. The powers that be over there are just keeping to themselves, doing their own thing. They have their money, and they're all older. They're all older. They're sitting back. They know the life is basically washed up. And then they put the front guys out there, like the Ralphie Balsamos, the hippies of the world. They throw them out in Front Street to be the scapegoat. If something goes down, it's on them. So, and what's happening, folks, the pool, I call it a pool in the neighborhoods where you choose from. You pick who do you want straightened out, who you don't want straightened out. It's dwindling. Make sure my volume's on. It's dwindling. Why is it dwindling? Because everybody's moving out of neighborhoods. Neighborhoods are changing. They are not what it once was. And with that, you lose values, especially nowadays with social media, people not interacting anymore on the streets. So how are these young kids coming up learning about the life, learning about the respect? They're not. They're really not. When they do come out there and they see they can't make it in the legitimate world, they gravitate to the streets. But I can name half a dozen guys who should have never been straightened out that were. Now, people are probably saying, well, Dom, you shouldn't have been straightened out. You're ratted. You know what? You're right. You're right. So that's it. But I wasn't one to back up. I was always true to the life. And I turned on the life when I finally opened up my eyes and I saw there was no loyalty. Again, I did 10 years for a crime I didn't commit. I had a murder beef as a young man. Did my time on that. Did my time on the 10 years I didn't commit. And then got another 10 with this last case when I cooperated. But yeah, after Vinny's telling me take the witness stand, I was done. I'm like, I'm out. Michael sending me $3,500 when I was supposed to get $360,000. At least send 10%. Send me 50,000, 36,000, whatever it is, 3,500. That's a smack in the face. You bet he should have sent me nothing. I would have probably felt better. But it's just not what it once was. And again, I can name at least 6 people that should have never been straightened out. That we weren't. There's 3 or 4 people in the Bonanos that would have never gotten straightened out. Johnny Joe's son never never in a million years if we were out there. Guy's not quality. And I'm surprised at Johnny Joe putting his son in that life. And folks, I just heard this. I don't know how true it is, just to show you. And Anthony Donato, if you're watching and this is true, and you want to turn your life around, that you want to walk away, listen, I'll help you out. I'm here. I'm here for you, brother. I know you might have animosity towards me, what happened, but I had to get away. Wasn't your fault, Anthony. Trust me. Wasn't your fault. And, you were just a part of Vinny, just the way I was. And you know what, Anthony, I'm sure your eyes are open now that the life is messed up. Everything that happened, especially talking about murders, just everything that transpired. But if it is true, because I heard Anthony when he got home, he's like, hey, where's my things? Why didn't anybody take care of me? I don't know how true that is, but if it is, Anthony, just reach out. My email's in the comment section in the description below, and I'll keep it between us. Nobody has to know. And then they said, well, Vinny, Michael said, well, Vinny, thank your boy Vinny. So they're blaming Vinny for me cooperating. Michael, you're a stone cold bitch. I'm sorry. That's a bitch. You're going to hold a grudge on somebody else because of another man. You're a bitch. People, give me that likes. Give me 100 likes, please. We got 25 more. Just hit that like button. Haters alike, hit that like button. So, do I have to stop talking? So I will. I'll keep everybody in suspense. Give me those likes. I want my likes. You know what? I'm going to be a like fiend. I want my likes. Yeah, I'll be like a kid in the candy store. I want my likes. We're at 79, 82. Let's go. Let's go. I need 18 more, and then we could start again. 82 still? 85. There we go. 15 more likes. Hit that like button. That's all. I'm holding everybody hostage again. We have Mike Ranger. 87. Damn, you people are hard. Just hit that like button. There's 206 people in the chat. 91. Come on. 9 more and I could get started. Damn, I got to get to the gym too. I know you guys are going to turn on me and say, I'm holding Dom hostage. 92. Come on, folks. Come on. 8 more. Show love. Haters, hit that like button. It's not electric chair. You're not going to get electrocuted. Let's go. There we go. Hit it 5, 6 times. Go on different channels. 96. 4 more. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. I feel like this is a damn auction. 98. You know, I'm going to stop coming on every night. I feel like I'm begging now. Oh, my God. Forget about it. Don't even worry about my 100. Let's see. Let me answer some questions. Mike says, I always hate loudmouths. Me too. Me as well. I don't like it. Sean, Dom, is it true? Is it a true story that Scarpa Jr. beat the snot out of Vicamuso in prison? Thank you, folks, for my 100 likes. Appreciate it. Damn, that was a hard one. Usually it goes to 110, 115. It's a stone cold 100. Thank you. Boy, you tight tonight. Yes, it is true. Scarpa beat the snot out of him in prison. Yes, he did. I think he called him a rat or the father a rat, and they beat the shit out of him. Sam the man, I hope everybody's having a tremendous Friday, just like me. Glad to hear it. Gatto, salute, Mr. Cicale. Salute to you too, Elgato. Mike, growing up back in the day in New York, there was so many loudmouths all the time. Yes, there was. And I was brought up, it's not who yells the loudest that counts. Kevin, please tell your partners that EG's nothing but compliments. I definitely will. Thank you, Kevin. And I told you, people, Go to egvodka.com. Order it today. 100% gluten-free, organic. We have 3 flavors. It is excellent. It is the best vodka on the market. Smooth, really good. It's so smooth it becomes dangerous. So drink responsibly. We have TPM 1424. Does Mancuso have big legitimate money? What does he own? I think him and his sister inherited a piece of property from his mother's house. So he built a house on the side. This is back in 2006. Michael was always somebody scrounging for nickels on the ground. He's not a spender. He wasn't a spender. Well, he didn't have it to spend. From what I'm hearing, no. He wasn't a big earner, that's for sure. He was just a nickel and dime guy. And that was it. So not everybody could be a big earner, folks. John says, on way home, food smells so good. Oh, well, I have to hit the gym first. Jose, when everyone has pittance and you risk yours, Dow to help cause they all get up on the ladder and send you down. What would you think about the future? Well, if you're talking about everybody's rise, everybody trying to pull you down from the ladder, that's just nature. That's just the way it is. Everybody wants to claw to the top. And there's a lot of people that are jealous and envious out there that they don't like you. I mean, I've seen it all my life. They didn't like how quick I rose. I have people in my family, same way. I came home. Again, they're over there struggling. They can't even buy a house. And I just one thing after another, and just had my failures, but a lot more successes. And, I'm comfortable. But, it's difficult at times. Just some people just don't have a knack. And that's what happens. So, yes, they do try to pull you down and claw their way to the top. But as Vinny would always say, cream always rises to the top. Doesn't matter. So Michael right now is at the top. He's at the top by default, not by cream. He's not cream, that's for sure. All-Star. My old neighborhood has changed, as well as Little Italy, Toronto. Houses are not maintained now. They look like shit. Yeah, it happens. It happens. All the time it happens. Mike Ranger. So sad what is happening to New York, but I'm so happy I grew up in New York in the 80s and 90s. It was amazing. Absolutely. 90s, I was jailed, but and actually late 80s. But definitely 70s and 80s was a great time growing up. You had communities, you had friends, everybody out in the streets, everybody constantly out in the streets doing things all summer games, events, and at that time you didn't have TV. You only had a few channels, and then cable came out, and that was it. That was it. Yeah, Betamax, then VHS, CDs, different era. What do you have? Mike Ranger says, I was around so many great people. I don't blame you, Dom. You saw what was going on and did what you had to do. Well, thank you, Mike. I got disgusted. Like I said, loyalty is a two-way street. So where'd my South Bronx go? Sorry, this damn thing. I hate when it skips. Where's my South Bronx? Timothy O'Reilly. Cosa Nostra will pivot into legitimate business, in my opinion. Yes, no, they already have. A lot of it has. And, but it's going to dwindle out. It's going to dwindle out eventually, maybe in the next 100 years. But right now, it's still in existence. It still can be dangerous. I never underestimate people, that's for sure. South Bronx. Hey, Dom. They throw you under the bus. I'm sure deep down they regret the decision they made with you being a stand-up guy. Well, you know what? it was more or less, I would say, we'll put the icing on the cake, was Michael, washwoman. Again, folks, the first week I was locked up, he dismantled my crew. My crew. I had an acting captain, dismantled it. Took it apart, spread it out, took all my power, took all my guys, took my support, and then allowed everybody to rob from me, do things. Matter of fact, Big Jimmy McManus pulled him up. Said, what's going on with Dominick? Don't worry about what's going on with Dominick. He's with us and blah, blah, blah. Jimmy says, you know what? You're a piece of garbage. Told him to his face and stepped to him. Michael backed up. He said, you're a piece of garbage. That's it. And that was it. They had words back and forth. But Jimmy told him outright, just piece of shit. And that was it. But I'm sure he regretted it. He did 15 years, got 15 years because he didn't think I'd flip, and I flipped the goddamn table on him. So it's his own fault. And he got smacked in prison like a little bitch. They smacked him, and he did nothing, walked away, did not put his hands up, let the guy smack him, didn't even fight back, turned around and walked away, had a black guy smack him in the face. This is a boss? This is a boss. Unbelievable. This is a guy who's going to be respected out there. Everybody knows it in the prison system. So, listen, when things happen in the prison, it hits the streets real quick. You bats. The old neighborhoods are looking long gone. It's a shame. Yes, it is. That's for sure. Mike says, I know for a fact Dom was the real deal. And if you guys were more stand up, he would have done what he needed to do. Well, thank you, Mike. I did what listen, the DEA, when they set me up with the drug pinch, they wanted me to cooperate against the Genovese. We won't even arrest you with their words. Just work with us. Wasn't for me. Oh, and you heard on the George Keogh murder, I had one of the detectives on, and I read it, that he said, wow, how stand up I was. I wouldn't even tell them my name. That when I left, they all said, wow, that's a stand up guy. That's a solid guy. Like, they didn't like it, but they gave me props, not to my face afterwards. I was a stand up guy. So that came from a detective who arrested me for the murder. One of them, or a detective who was in the squad room. C-Dub, hey, Dom knows the life. Keep up the good content. Always. I try to keep it 100 all the time. Right, wrong, or indifferent. It is what it is. Paulie from Sydney, Australia. Good to see you. Love Australia. I actually have family down there. Definitely going to go there sometime, hopefully soon. Dominick says, Dom, why do you think Cosa Nostra never got a solid footing in Seattle area? The Italians were definitely there, and so was the money. I have no idea. That I don't know. That's above my head. It was above my pay grade. I don't know. I really don't know. Chad says, Dom, what's up? What's up to you, Chad? Keith says, hit the like button, everybody. Dom is flowing. He got stories for days. Great storyteller, entrepreneur. He's out of New York, NYC, baby. The Bronx. Yes, sir. Thank you for that. Sam the Man, Dom, go members, only $15 a week. LOL, joking. Joseph, never seen you on before. Dom, Mike knows was at, what's it? Salvatore of Elmont back in 2021 before he got violated. Vinny Union, Uvino were there also. I heard a lot of good things about Vinny Unions. I think he just passed away. May he rest in peace, and his family, condolences. Michael Uvino is another, I liked him, but for the life, no. But, like I said, I didn't have anything against him, but him getting bitched up back in the day, not cool. Sam the Man says, Guys, I got tons of positive energy after hitting the gym. That's the way it is, Sam. We're going to get these gym workouts together one of these days. Wise guy says, Francisco Honer, in my high school, there was a kid who lied and pretended to be in the mafia. He always wore a suit and a fedora hat. Ah, you got some people like that. Nick C. Dom, do you think you could take snuff 1 versus 1 for 100K? In what? In what taken? Mike says some guys were only good to collect the quarters from the meters. Absolutely. And Michael Knows was one of them. All-Star Dom, how much does a lot cost in Florida to build a house? Toronto, it's like $400,000 a lot. Well, it depends where. It depends where. You know, I had some properties that you get 60,000, some 500,000. It just depends. It depends where. But you know, if you go into a lower income area, you could find them 30, 40,000 a lot. In some areas, 200, 500. It just depends. It varies. Tone BC. Why is a woman named Cynthia an admin? She had no street. You know why? Because she's my protector. She's been a loyal fan to the show, to me. She looks out. She does her research. That's why. That's why. So you don't like it? Now you got blocked. Who blocked you? Francisco. They're all protective. Never listen. Sometimes, folks, I'll take a woman over a guy all day long. All day long. For loyalty, to have your back. Cynthia's a great person. She's always on point, always looking out. She's on other people's, I guess, chats, listens. She's highly into this, and she protects me like there's no other. So thank you, Cynthia, for being there. German, my brother from another mother, finally appeared. What's up, German? Cynthia, I'm going to swim with the Crocs today. Listen, German, you're ever in Orlando, you come to my house. Listen, my lake goes out to the ocean. It'll take you about 4 or 5 hours to get to the ocean, but it goes all the way down to St. Augustine. And we are the most alligator infested lake, so I don't have to worry about anybody coming. But from my lake, I could go to restaurants. It's massive, massive, massive. So I'm busy. Go home. I'm on my channel. Working. Got to put that work in. So, folks, I'm going to wrap it up tonight, though. Thank you, everybody. German, much love. German, back at you with the love. My man, German, my brother from another mother. Cynthia, you're the best. Francisco, too. I got a hit squad, folks. I got a hit squad. Next week, I'm going to speak to my peeps. Cynthia, we have to pick who you want to come on as a guest, hold a wrench, be one of the gatekeepers. We'll do one new person every week. We'll rotate them, but my 3 are staying on. They're my loyal soldiers, my capos. So they'll govern the soldiers, and we'll see how they work out. So we'll be rotating it around. Everybody have a great evening. I might come on tomorrow. If I do, that's why you hit that subscribe button, and we'll have a lot to talk about. I just saw something. Sir Blue said, oh, let me scroll down. Dom, you could do a great show with Michael Franchese. Yes, you know what? We've been talking back and forth. It's just the man's extremely busy. So whenever he has time, and I'd rather do it in person. We could definitely do it over through the Zoom, but I'd rather do it in person. So when the time is right, I'm sure we'll do it. Maybe once my book comes out, it'll help me with people. So with that said, everybody have a great evening. Much love and respect for everybody. I have to get into the gym, and peace out. See everybody tomorrow, live at 5.